Hi everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place .stampinup.net, and I am here with our online class. We are doing Sweet Songbird Bundle. If you'd like more information on this, you can find it over on my blog, and all the information will be in the description box below for links and stuff. But we had to order this bundle, and I'm going to make 4 cards out of the bundle, and we're going to be here with card number 2. So let's get started. So for card number 2, this is the card we're making. We're making it, it's a fun fold, and you could pull this right out of the top and have a sweet little message. I'm going to show you another way you could leave this card if you didn't want to have it so that it pulled out of the top of the card. So let's get started. I'm going to leave this right here. Hopefully you'll be able to be in there. When you get your kit, all your supplies will be in the bag. Now I did use some punches that are still available. I think one of them is not available, but I can send you punches, but I can't send you any stamped images or anything. So I was able to send you some of the punches that I used. Okay. So now what we want to do is we have our card here, and this is cut at 11 by 4.5 or 4 1/4, and I scored it in the middle already at 5 1/2. So now from the point of this score line right here to this point, we're going to cut at a diagonal. Okay, so we're going to put the score line, put this right on the score line, right on the cut line, and we're also putting the point right there on the cut line and the score line on the cut line. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut right straight across. Don't get rid of this piece because we're going to need it. So now we want to bring this over and we want to fold it this way. So see how we have that nice and score mark there. Okay, we're going to put this aside because we don't need it for a minute. We're going to get out our scoring tool and we're going to give this a really good score. Okay, and then we have this piece which will end up going right along here just like this. Okay, oops, I put that away. Now we need our DSP paper that's in there. Now mine's a little bit different colored. Yours is going to come like this, but I ran out of this pattern paper, so I switched it up. So I am using the Orchard Oat Aces. You guys will be using the Titanium Tide. So that's the colors you'll be using. Okay, so now we have a piece of DSP that is 5 1/4 by 4. And all we're going to do with this is cut it at an angle. So we're going to put this point and this point on the cut line. So we got it right there. I got this one on the cut line and I got that one on the cut line. And we're going to put this down and we're just going to cut straight across. So now we have 2 pieces just like that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the one piece and we're just going to add it right down here on this paper. Okay, I like to use the liquid glue for this because it gives me a little wiggle time to put things where I want them, and you don't need a whole lot. A little goes a long way, and I think I need to poke my poke a little air into that. So I'll put this off here. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little bit of glue, mostly around the edges. I can air it up already. Oh, Lord. Better get a new pack, a new one here. Okay, that's good enough. And then we're just going to put this right down here like so, leaving an even amount. And now we could set this one aside. And then we got this one. And now we could put this one on here like this. And I flipped it over to give it different patterns. You can, you know, do what you want. I've got the lines going different directions this time, but I don't think it really matters. It's whatever you want. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this down here like so. Just like this. So where it would come right to the point of that and right to the point of this, and we're going to flip it over just like this. Okay, point to point here. And I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to lightly draw a line, a very light line. So anywhere from over here you could put your glue. Anything over here, don't put glue. Okay, so we're just going to add glue along here. And because you want to get in those corners and things, that's why you really want, you know, a good glue. And then we're going to line this back up, point on that end, point on this end, point up there. Just make sure you're all lined up. Flip it over and make sure you don't have glue where you don't need it, which we don't. And you can't even see that line, so I'm not even going to worry about erasing it. If you could try to erase it or whatever, but it's gone. You can't even tell it's there. So now we have this. This is where I'm saying you could leave it like this so that somebody can open the card this way. Or you could do like what I did here, and you could put glue just along the edges of the card. So I'm going to do it this way because that's how I made the card, but I like it either way. And this card is called Crisscross Fun Fold. I had to think of what people are calling it. It's been out on the web for a while, but I really, oops. And you just want a little bit of glue. Let me see if I could spread that along down here. You don't need a whole lot, but you don't want so little that it doesn't stay together neither. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off. Okay. And then we're just going to close it up, just like so. And our crisscross is ready. So it looks like that. So that's so easy so far, huh? So far, so good. So now we're going to get out some stuff that we need. We need to have the nest and the words that say, little birdie told me. This one. Oh no, that's a little birdie. A little note of thanks. Whew, not a little birdie. That other one says, a little birdie told me it's your birthday, or something like that, it says. Okay, so now we got our stamp sets out. Now in our little packet, we have the piece that goes on the inside. I'm going to get out all my supplies here that I need. If I can get out the other leaf, there we go. On this little piece, the little 3x3 piece, you're going to go ahead and you're going to stamp this in crumb cake. You could do it in early espresso. I did this one all in crumb cake, but it doesn't see, it's a little darker, so it's whatever, all depends on how you sponge it, if you sponge it a lot or a little. So there we got the little nest, and then we're going to go ahead and, while we got this piece right here, we're going to take the, mine is the ocean, but you will need the Titanium Tide ink, and mine is the Orchard Oasis, the purple one. And I'm going to stamp this right about up to the top, but not quite. Right about there, just like that. And that will be done. And then I made this little tag. I didn't score it. You can easily just fold it over in half like this. And then add your little tag to your card. Now this one I made a little bit longer because I felt like mine might not have been quite long enough for them to realize that they had to pull it out. So I made it a little longer. And then we're just going to add some liquid glue to this and add it on there. If you don't like it this long, you can change it up and make it, definitely make it shorter. But you want about, I don't know, let's put it on the thing. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, about 1/4 of an inch sticking up. So that's about what you want. You could always decorate this up more too. There we go. And then this piece will just go right inside here. You could put the word pole if you want. I made this piece a little bit smaller. So now that we've gone ahead and stamped the nest, we're going to take some scissors and we're going to fussy cut this out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, just get as close as you can to it. Not perfect at all. There we go. And then we're going to go and we're going to take a sponge dauber, and I just want to make sure I've got the previous color. Yep. And we're going to stamp it up in the crumb cake, and we're just going to sponge around this. You can do it as light or as dark as you want to. I think I'm going to try and do this one just a little bit more lighter maybe. I don't know. I put a big dab in the middle, so that ruined that idea. So I guess just be mindful of your dabbing. So there we go. So then after that, we are going to take this 3x3 piece that we got, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to punch it out. And then we are going to take this little piece, and we're just going to get the little, they call it a beak. It looks like a little heart in that corner. Okay. And then we can start putting this little guy together. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add the beak. I find that adding the beak first is the best way to go. This is the same glue that's in that other bottle. It's just in a little tube, easier for me to get out little spots of it. And then I'm just putting down the beak. So there we go. So I've got the beak down, just like that. And then you could leave it like this, or with whatever little bit of sponge you have on this, you can sponge your little edges of the bird to kind of camouflage it a little bit. You know, if it was in a nest, it would be a little camouflaged, as they say. So there we go. So we did that. And you can also do your wing. I'm using the bigger part that they usually use for the belly. I know this is a smaller one, but I liked this one for the wing on this one. Okay, so I did that. So we can get rid of these two pieces you do not need that you punched out in the yellow. You don't need the little wing or the heart, which is considered the beak. So now we're going to put a little bit of glue along the bottom of this piece here. Okay. And then we're going to set our bird in it. Kind of like this. Just like that. There you go. We got to put his eyes on. I almost forgot that. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what is missing? He needs his cute little eyes here. There's two sets of eyes. There's the ones that I'm going to use, and then there are the little dots, little circles, which are cute too. But I like this one because I think it makes it look like he's sleeping in the nest. Might have got my beak up a little too high, but we'll see. There we go. Not too bad. Okay. And then we're going to bring these little parts in here. And I just kind of intertwined the two leaves. Like I kind of put this on here, and then I made this leaf over top of this one, and I put this one underneath. That's kind of how I did it. Then I added some glue to the bottom of this. Right like that. And then I just brought it over and I just kind of like stuck it on the back side. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to put one on top of the other, and then I intertwine them like that. Mooch this one down just a little bit. Add some glue. And then I'm going to put this one right here. Just like that. Down. And then we're going to bring in our little bird thing here. And I don't want anything like above the head, because then it's going to be on my card going in and out. So I'm going to put my finger right about here, reminding myself not to put nothing there. And then I'm just going to squeeze out some glue from this bottle. I can get a little bit on the tail. I'm just hitting some of these. You don't need to have every piece of this leaf stuck down. So you just give it a little dab of glue. Okay, make sure there's glue down here. And that's good. And then we are going to put this down. Just like so. Okay, and this will go right there. Looks like I could have had my Stampin' Up just a little bit higher, but that's okay. There we go. Put that down. And then for the wing, I went ahead and I added a dimensional to it, so it would pop up a little bit. Okay. And then I just stuck that right there, just like that. And so this is card number 2 from our online class, Sweet Songbird. I will be back with card number 3. Bye-bye.